Hi friends, welcome to Sonia Joe's Makeup YouTube channel. I appreciate that you're here. I always love interacting with you. I love hearing your thoughts and how you're enjoying the makeup. So today I'm going to go over Saint's newest releases. This is February 2022. These came out in January, about the middle of January, and I'm just want to show you this goodness. 5 new lip and cheek, 2 illuminators, and a lip conditioner. Oh, and I forgot. Oh, I have just enough room. We have a new perfume and it's delightful. So I'm going to tell you all about that. I'll get this perfume stuck in here and we will get going. As always, if you like what you are hearing, please like and subscribe, and then you'll be notified each time there's a new video. Okay, I got the perfume stuck in there. I'll explain. You're like, perfume for your face? Well, yes, basically. I'm going to explain everything that's going on here, but I am going to do my face. I always feel like I love this makeup so much, and I want to share it with you all the time. So let me tell you just a little bit about my story in case this is the first video of mine that you've ever watched. So I am 52. I signed up as an artist back in April. It'll be 2 years this April. So I found this makeup because I was going on a trip to Uganda. And of course you can only take so much, and it was a mission trip. So, you know, it's hot and all the things, but I wanted to wear just a little bit of makeup. And so I was trying to find one compact. So I wanted everything in something like this, right? Or it even could have been this big, right? You know, whatever. I wanted just as little as possible, but just still have a little bit, like I wanted the eyeshadow colors I like to wear and the lip and cheek and maybe a little bit of whatever. I couldn't find it. So was not to be found. If I found the eyeshadow, I couldn't find the whatever. So I couldn't find it all in one compact. So I didn't find it before I went. So when I got home, I kept looking and it kind of got me onto this artist. And I found out, oh my word, you can customize this compact. So these are customizable. They're magnetic and you can put in only what you want. Then when I really got researching and looking at the website and all the things, and she was talking and she's like, you get a color match. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So what you do for a color match is you face a window like I am right now. I do have eye makeup on, which is okay. You can do that, but no glasses, no above lights, nothing. Send me a no makeup selfie. There'll be a link down in the description here of where you send it, and I will color match you. So literally every makeup problem that I was having got solved. I found my colors. I found out how to apply it. I had my own artist. I could troubleshoot with her. I could send her pictures of what was happening. I could send her questions, but she had tutorials out all the time. I literally watched her while I put on my makeup. So that's what I'm doing. I'm your artist. You can watch me. I am on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok, of all places. And I put out tutorials all the time. So I don't want to not do my face for you because our makeup is a cream-based makeup, okay? It's not like powder. It's not like liquid. It is just amazing. It is like a second skin. You don't look like you have makeup on. It just looks like skin, and it adds to your face. It's a 3D foundation system. So I love to contour and brighten and all the things that go with that. So if you don't like to contour and you don't like to brighten, you don't have to, but I'm here to show you how to do it. And if you're a little bit older like me and you're like, I've never contoured in my life, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to show you how to do that. So I'm going to get busy on my face. Our brushes are all double-ended. I'm going to use a multitude of brushes. I have them all, and each one of them can be used for so many different things, but I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. I have a lot of other makeup tutorials that tell you all about every single brush. I'll tell you what brush I'm going to use, but I don't want to tell you a lot about them because it's going to take too long, and I'm talking too much as it is. So I have to color correct. And what I mean by that is I have to go in with a darker color and go and cover up any redness that I have, okay? So I like to take the small end, this is a blend brush, and I go to those areas that are red or pink, even slightly pink for me, and I have to put a darker color on. If I put a lighter color on any of these areas without my color corrector, I am instant texture. It ain't pretty. So I put a very, 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 very light layer of, like, I'm dipping, like, here's the end of my brush, okay? You can't even see it, right? So I am putting a really, really, really light layer of color corrector on. Very light hand. You could even hold back on your brush. There's other brushes to use, but this one I like to use mainly for my color correcting. I do have a little bit of self-tanner on because honestly, I look like so pasty right now in winter. So I do have a little bit of self-tanner on. Kind of helps take a little bit of those blues. You know, you're like, everything is not looking good. All right, so that's my color corrector. A little bit of a zit down there. And my nose, even though it's really not red or anything, I have to color correct because I have big pores. And if I put too light of a color on my pores, it's not pretty. So this is the blush bronzer brush. I'm going to come in now with my main color and I'm going to stipple it on. I'm going to try to do this quickly. Okay. Very, 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 very minimal makeup. Okay. Down here I can kind of sweep because I don't have any color corrector on. But I do stipple over. I'm a stippler. I like to stipple. You can't really see my forehead too much, but I do put a little up there just to make sure I'm all blended. Okay? Always look in the mirror and make sure, you know, you're like not too much on. I slept in my contacts the other day on accident and I had to wear my glasses. So I get this red mark right there. So I do like to color correct that. It's like permanent. It is so annoying. Okay, so I did all that and now I'm going to come in and I'm going to just do a little bit of bronzer. As I said, I have self tanner on and I can't let go. I just can't let go of the bronzing, but I love warm. So I'm just going to put it where the sun would hit me. Okay, so that would be my forehead, the high points of my cheeks, and I'm a little willy-nilly with this. Okay, you can kind of, depending on how much bronzer you like. This would be the color of Bella. I actually use one of our highlights that's about the color of Bella because my skin is oily and sometimes that works really well with oily skin. So it works really well for me. Okay. I'm bronzed up. And now I'm going to contour. Again, I'm working out of one compact. I have my stuff in multiple compacts because I have too much makeup. So this is an artist palette. I have layers of the eyeshadows and then I have all my creams and some illuminators in here. But obviously, you could probably buy one. This, actually, you get a compact credit when you order, and you can oftentimes get your compact completely free, or you can size up a little bit and spend $4 or $5. But I just work out of one compact, okay? But I would like to work out of one compact. I could very easily make up a compact and work out of one, but I just kind of flip-flop between the two. I just don't want you to think that you have to do that. The whole idea of this is to clean up your vanity and make this simple. We want it simple for you. Okay, so that was, I'm bronzed up and I'm going to come in and I've been playing with some contour lately, different colors. I'll probably just use this. Now when I contour, I start in the back. I like to have the most color in the back. Okay. And then I sweep it up. right underneath that cheekbone. Okay. All right, so when you get your color match, I even suggest to you the color that you would need for contour. So you don't have to guess. I give you all the things. So, all right, so I am gonna brighten and I'm gonna skip. Typically I do my blush right now, but I'm gonna brighten because I have so many good things to show you with our blushes. We have 5 new ones. Hello, people. All right, so I'm brightening. I'll clean up my eyeshadow here just a little bit. Brighten. Now I'm gonna have to wipe off in between. Bleh. I'm like a do your makeup once kind of person, right? I don't want to do it again, but I'm gonna have to for you. All right, I forgot to contour my nose. All right. You can kind of take your finger over that and just make sure that's blended in, and then come down the center of your nose with a little bit of brightener. All right, so I typically give lots and lots of details about what I'm doing, but since I really want to get to the good stuff, I'm not giving you all the things. All right, so slightly damp perfector. I like to do that when I contour my nose to make sure it's all blended really, really well. Okay, now for the good stuff. So we have 5 new lip and cheek, and that's where we're gonna start. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to peek at some of these names. I just don't have them memorized. We have 3 satins, and then we have 2 glosses right here. Okay, so think of, if you're like, I don't get it, right? Okay, so our lip and cheek are your blush and your lipstick. You can use both of them. Again, that helps. You have to take less with you. Your lipstick fits right in your compact, and it can be your blush too. So if you go on vacation, you go wherever, you can take one color and you're golden. So I was so excited when they came out with these because we didn't have a lot of like peachy colors, and I love warm colors. And we had some that I loved, don't get me wrong, but when they came out with some more, these 2 right here and this one, I was like, yes, so nice. So, so I think what I was saying is they come in satin and they come in gloss and semi-gloss. So think of it, the paint on the wall where you have your satin color that is just, you know, doesn't really have a sheen. It's more of a matte. And then you have your semi-gloss and then your gloss. So that's exactly what they are in our lip and cheek. So some of them are more pigmented than others, and I can help you with that always. I can swatch them for you. I love our lip and cheek. I have to have every single one. It is ridiculous. And now they're coming out with one a month for the year of 2022. So I'm gonna have to have even a bigger palette. So I'm gonna start out with the satins. Let's just go with the satins, and I'm gonna start out with this one first. I'm gonna do it on one cheek, and I'll do it on my lips, and then I'll do another one on here, and then I'll take I'll take this off and do it on my lips. So that way it'll take less time. I'm not gonna do it on both. So this one is a matte. Okay, I've dipped in right over here when I had another color on my hand, so you can kind of see. This one is Saint Tropez. I was murdering the name of it in a video, and they came on and they're like, it's Saint Tropez. Of course I'm calling it Tropez. People, I'm sorry. It is what it is. So it's a matte and it's pretty light, but I love it. So when I look at it, I just felt like if you're familiar with our makeup, we have a color called Frenchy, but honestly, it's not like Frenchy. It is more peachy. To me, it's almost that color of sherbet, but not on your face. It doesn't come across as that color. So we do have Tropicana, which is here, and it's a semi-gloss, but it's still more like peachy than that. So I love it. But when I put it on my lips, I am going to put a darker contour underneath it because it is fairly light. So, okay. All right. So that is pretty light, right? But stunning. Stunning. Okay. So I'm going to put it on over here. I'm going to use the 3D brush and tap it on. This is the blush bronzer brush, and it's not that I don't like this brush. I really like this brush. My face is so small that this one has about the same density, and I just like to use this one often. So I'm just going to tap it on. Let's see what it does. I've worn all of these. Okay, so very stunning, very pretty. Look at that. It's light, but even though I have self-tanner on, you can still see it. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so that one is Saint Tropez. Peachy. I'm not really great at describing these, but it's peachy. And it's pretty soft. It's not like a, like when you run your finger in it, it's not hard at all. It's soft. It's easy to work with. All right, so I'm gonna deepen my lip color. I line my lips with our contour about 90% of the time. That's what I use. And most of the time I use indigo. Indigo is our darker, and sometimes I use olive or Astoria, but I am gonna use indigo. And the reason I'm gonna use indigo is because this color is light and it's very matte. Okay, now let me give you a little trick here for aging faces. All right, so I'm lining right on the very tippy bit of my lips. Okay. If you have where your face is kind of sagging here, okay? All right. Don't put any dark right here and right here. Stop here and here and make it almost look like your lips go up right there. Because if you put dark here, it just accents and makes it look like you're frowning even more. So I figured that out all on my own, because every time I would line my lips, because my lips actually do go right here, it would look horrendous and I would just end up wiping it right back off. So, all right. So a lot of times I'll take that indigo and fill my lips in, because I do want to deepen it, but I'm going to leave my natural lip color there, and I'm going to put on this Saint Tropez on. Okay. And like I said, it is very, very matte. All right. So I personally would I don't know, would I? You can even go back in, and if it messed up your liner a little bit, which I did, you can reline a little bit. I probably would top it with a little bit of a gloss, but I'll tell you what this is not feeling like. It feels a little dry, but not overly. So, very pretty. All right. So I'll wipe that off when I go to the next one. But the next one's Madrid. When I saw this color, I was like, oh my gosh. Seriously. I just can't. Like, I was so danged excited for it. Isn't that gorgeous? Like, when I look at it, I think of coral, okay? It's coral. It's coral not pinky. It's just, okay, Saint Tropez, and then that, I mean, tell me that isn't absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I don't know if I would say we have anything that looks like Madrid. I guess maybe, I don't know, Hollywood. See, that's just so much more pink. But next to it, like Hollywood has gold in it. Okay, let me put Hollywood on for you. See, it's just so much more pink than that. So I think she stands alone. Even Frenchie, she's just very, very, very pretty. So hang on. I'm going to go take a picture of myself so I can post it. Okay, so let's move on. We were doing Madrid. So Madrid is, I feel like it's just really towards that coral. It's just coral, and it's again, it's a satin. I'm going to take, again, that 3D brush, and I'm going to tap it on. See, isn't that pretty? And I don't know. I can't, I'm not picking a favorite. I'm just not. Okay. I think I'll put under these that new lip conditioner a little bit, since they are a satin. We'll talk about that lip conditioner here in just a minute. So I'm going to line again. I'm going to line with, I think I'll line, I'm just going to line with indigo. Very pretty. They might not be perfect on, but you get the idea of the color. So I would maybe go and touch up the liner a little bit, but yeah, okay. So if you love those peachy colors as much as I do, you're going to love those two colors, Madrid. Oh, how do we pick, honestly? Okay, bless wiping off makeup in between. Okay, so I got that all touched up, and we're going to go into we have three more colors actually. This one, okay, this is Sangria. Immediately when I saw it, I'm like, hey, that looks pretty similar to Saffron, okay? This is heavily swatched. It's pink, right? It's a deep pink, but let me show you Saffron, okay? It does come off differently, and it has great staining power, which is, it doesn't stain your cheeks like when you put it on. It hasn't with me, but like when you put it on your lips, it is like, it is so pigmented, it stains a little bit. This is Saffron, and the other was Sangria. So look at this when I swatched them. I felt like they were very similar, but honest to Pete, they are different, right? So I'm going to say that Sangria, this is Saffron. Saffron is more of that, I don't want to say hot pink. I'm terrible at describing things, but it has more of that hot pink tone. And this has a little bit more, oh gosh, I don't want to say purpley tone, but it is, I don't know. It just has more of like that, do I want to say strawberry or raspberry color maybe? maybe raspberry? I don't know. So they are different, but what is really nice about them is though, they are very pigmented. So I'm excited to use this. I just love them. So I'm going to use the 3D brush. If you ever have a color or anything that you're worried about picking up too much pigment, this blend brush is really nice because it doesn't pick up as much pigment when you go in because it's so fluffy. This one's a little bit more dense. So I am going to be careful. I just did 3 tiny little taps, okay? But look at that, okay? All right, so let's just say we love her. Yeah. I love this. I love this color. I just do. Okay. Yep. Love it. Okay. It's a color you can wear absolutely alone. Wear that alone. You have there, that is stunning. Okay. If you feel like you're like a little bit too much for me, obviously just put it on lighter. You still get a glow. Like look at the glow that you get, even though that's a satin. Now, hang on. I'm going to take a little bit of my brightener right here. It's a little bit trickier because this is the opposite order there. Okay. So I am lining with Astoria. It's a little bit lighter because obviously this color is a little bit darker. Okay, so I'm gonna be very, very, very careful. I always use my fingers. You guys absolutely can use that same brush, that multitasker brush, the flat end. Very, well, it's just dang pretty. All right, I'm gonna get off here and go take a picture. Okay, two more to go. The next one is Carousel. The Carousel is a gloss, and it's a pink. It is a little, I don't know if I'd say shimmery. It looks glossy to me. Yeah, I mean, it's a gloss, Sonia. Hello. Watch this one. It's Carousel. It looks pretty shimmery. I didn't mean to say shimmery. It looks pretty sheer. Okay. Very pretty though. I was surprised when I put this on the first time because I was like, I'm never gonna I'm not gonna be able to see that very well. And I was surprised, and I was pleasantly surprised. So again, I'm gonna take that 3D brush and I'm gonna come in here and tap it on. And look at that. Isn't that funny? I mean, it is sheer. I mean, there's no question that it's sheer, but you do get enough of that pink on there that you can see it. I love the glow because it is a gloss. I love the glow that it gives you. So, and then let's go ahead and put Carousel on. Okay, very pretty. I don't know, like comparison wise, what we have that would compare to that. Isn't that though? Look at that. With the contour, it really is like, it's just a hint. It's just a hint of color, but look at the shimmer and the glow that it gives you. Surprisingly, I like it. I think it would be like, if you can imagine taking that and putting it over Sangria. So taking Carousel and sticking it over Sangria too. I mean, oh, they just keep getting better and better. Okay, last lip and cheek. It is Boardwalk. Okay, Boardwalk is ever so pretty. It is, it's still in a little bit of that, peachy tones to me. When I look at it, It does not have a lot of pigment to it, but okay, so that one is Boardwalk and that one was Carousel. So in comparison, my very favorite shade of all is Desert Sunset, which is here, but I think it's less pigmented, to be honest with you. So let me put it on for you. Okay, I wiped this one off. So see, you actually can see it. I mean, but it is very sheer. But it's pretty. I mean, that's it. I don't have to keep dipping in any more than that. I think I like it. It's probably going to become one. I'm sorry. I have to quit saying it's just going to become one of my favorites, because honestly, every day when I pick out something, I'm like, so what one am I going to wear? Because I just love them all. I'm going to use... What I love is you still get color wearing it alone. But then if you top anything, well, you can mix two glosses, but if you take a satin and put this on top, it just, you get a new color. And with that, I mean, I could even put that over this pinky color and it would just be stunning. So look at that. Like, that is truly, now that's with indigo. So it deepened it probably just a little bit, but less color than Desert Sunset, but still equally just that middle of the ground, maybe with a little bit more of the peachy tones. So it's a little less brown, a little bit more peachy, but it's not pink. Like, there's just no pink to it. Okay, we're getting to the end. We just have the Illuminators, the perfume, and the lip conditioner. So we have two new Illuminators. This one's called Chandelier, and this one is called Confetti. One is Chandelier, so think of like white light chandelier, and then Confetti, and then this is a perfume. So this one I have one of my very favorites to put on, and it is a mess, an absolute mess, is this one. This is Pearl, and I love to put it in the center of my lips, and then, or Honey are the two that I love to put in the center of my lips. And this one to me is not as vibrant, if I can say that, vibrant as Pearl. It is less white, and it to me is more pink. So I'm gonna put it on, here's here. I think swatching it is super hard, but you see how you see that iridescent of like some pink in it? And I'm gonna put it up here, okay? And I'm gonna put it in the center of my lips, okay? I love putting Illuminator in the center. Now, if I would have used Pearl, it would have been more, you would have seen maybe a little bit more color, if I might say. And then this over here, it definitely just has, like, if you really catch, it has these hues of pinks in it. I love it. I think it's very pretty. So the next one's Confetti. I don't have really anything to compare it to because Honey is yellow and this is a little bit more golden than that. This is Honey, and I use Honey all the time in the center of my lips. I love it. This one has a little bit more gold than that, and I think it's really, really pretty. It's like, that's rose gold. That is Confetti, and I feel like it's, I don't know, it's just, it's not like the ones that we've had, I guess, that I've had anyway. Okay, so put it up here. I just like to stick it basically on the very top of my cheekbone is the main area that I will put Illuminator. But if you can see, like, see how that just adds a little bit more So if you looked at me, you wouldn't be able to look and go, she has 2 different color illuminators on. They're very subtle. These are creams. So the last one is perfume number 5. We have 5 perfumes. They're all rose gold illuminator, and I love them. That is mainly what I use for illuminator and for perfume. I actually put it on my face. I put the illuminator right here. I have 2, 4, do I have them in here? Yeah, I have 2, 4, and 5. 2 is more floral. 4 to me has like, oh my gosh, I love these. Like, this is more floral, not too floral. This one has a little bit of that, maybe a little bit of amber. I feel like when I read the description, it had maybe a hint of coffee or something. I don't know what all the hints, and that's why I really wanted it. But number 5 has, the only one I can remember is the vanilla, and it is beautiful also. It is just beautiful. Now, for illuminator and perfume, so when I say perfume, it's not necessarily a perfume that you put on so everybody else can smell it, but I can smell it. And if you don't want to put it on your face, so here is, see, it's very subtle, okay? I like to take it and put it on here, whatever those are called. I like to stick it on my collarbone. And if you don't want to use your finger, use whatever. Okay, so I stick a little bit on my collarbone. I've even stuck a little bit when we were having to wear masks. I would stick a little bit underneath my nose here. And then I smell it all day long. Like, I can smell it. I've never had anyone say that they could smell it, but I can smell it, and I just love that I can smell that all day long. Okay, last thing, our lip conditioners. So we have 3 lip conditioners now. We have a cherry, which is a slight pink color, and it has a slight bit of pink when you put it on. We have peppermint or mint. I don't know if they call it peppermint or mint. And then now we have vanilla. It is very subtle. Very, very subtle. It isn't overwhelming at all. It's, I love vanilla. If I don't know a smell to buy, like a candle or a plug-in or something like that, I'll always go to vanilla. I just love vanilla, but this is very subtle. But our lip conditioners are amazing, and you get to fit it in that compact, which is then one last thing to carry. But I've not tried the cherry, but I do have the mint. It's probably half gone. Love it. Love it. It really does work. You can wear it underneath some of our, underneath your lip colors that you wear, or whatever, but so they're good in keeping your lips nice, not chapped. They don't burn at all, and I don't taste them. Like, I don't taste our lip and cheek though either. So none of those to me have any kind of taste that's like, whoa, because there's sometimes you put on lipstick and you're like, I mean, not only could you smell it, you could taste it, and it was like, ugh. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for being here. I love that you're here. I appreciate that you're here. If there's any questions, anything that you need from me, I will put everything down below. What's on my eyes even, what's on my face, all these colors, well, what I have used on my face for the new colors. And I'll put everything down there where you can find me on Instagram and Facebook and all that. But I, again, appreciate that you're here, and I will talk to you next week. See ya.